Hello students, myself S. Pradeep Kumar, working as an assistant professor in the department of Ppsc. In this semester, I would like to teach a course, Programming for Problem Solving with C. This is a course introduction video. Now let us see what are the contents that you are going to be learning in this semester. Let's get started. So these are the contents of the PPT. So firstly, we will be seeing the course learning objectives and then course content, both theory and laboratory components will be there, and then learning resources, course learning outcomes, and then assessment and evaluation. So course learning objectives. So this course will develop students' knowledge on algorithms, flowcharts, and develop programs with basic concepts. As you are seeing in this slide, total 4 LOs are there. So these 4 LOs are nothing but we have taken from the 4 units of the course Ppsc. So for example, if you take the LO1, we have taken that LO1 from the unit number 1, and similarly LO2 from 2, and LO3 from unit number 3, LO4 from unit number 4. So these are the total 4 learning objectives that you are going to be learning in this semester. So this is the actual syllabus of Ppsc. So in the unit 1, it is going to be taking total 9 hours to complete the unit. So starting with the introduction to the programming and then overview of C, constants, variables and the data types, managing input and output operations, operators and expressions. And for each and every unit, we have given self-learning topics to you. So these are the topics actually the students can read, they can understand by themselves. Okay, so we have identified for each and every unit what are the self-learning topics, and we have given in the syllabus. So once you look here, you can easily understand the way how we have identified. And coming to the unit number 2, mainly which is focusing on decision making and the branching and the looping arrays. And here also, as you can see, self-learning topics we have identified for the unit number 2. And similarly for the unit number 3, self-learning topics are there, and unit number 3 deals about the arrays and then strings, and some of the user-defined functions also we will be seeing in the unit number 3. And the last unit, structures and unions, pointers and the files. So these are the 3 important topics actually we will be covering as part of unit number 4, and these are the self-learning topics we have given for you to understand better. Alright, so course content, this is the laboratory component. As I clearly mentioned, our Ppsc course is a laboratory course. This is the integrated laboratory course we can call. So these many programs actually we are expecting you to understand, and you need to do the same thing in the laboratory. And the prescribed textbook for the course Ppsc is that E. Balaguru Swami, Programming in ANSYS C, Tata McGraw-Hill, 8th edition, and these are the reference books I have given for you to refer whatever the programs that you might have learned in the classroom. So total 5 reference books we have given here, and also web and video links also we have provided from the NPTEL platform. And then laboratory manual, this is only for the laboratory component. So programming for problem solving with C, laboratory manual and record book, we can call in short LMRB, laboratory manual and record book, so which is prepared by the department of Ppsc Kids. So these are the learning resources to understand the Ppsc course better. Yes, these are the course learning outcomes. So after completion of the course, the student should be able to enumerate the programming development steps, design an algorithm and draw a flow chart for a given application. As you can see here, the first 4 course outcomes which are based on the cognitive skills acquired from the theory component, and the remaining 4 course outcomes which are there after CO4, that is which are based on the psychomotor skills acquired from the laboratory component. So put together we will be having total 8 course outcomes. Okay, so after completion of this integrated laboratory course, the student should be able to understand all the 8 course outcomes. Alright, so coming to the assessment and evaluation, this academic year the institute has taken initiative for revision of the curriculum under graduate programs, that is URR 24 we have introduced. So this is on par with the National Education Policy 2020. So this is recommended by the AICTE. Coming to the assessment and evaluation as part of this URR 24, the maximum marks for theory course is 250, and maximum marks for the lab integrated course 350. So we will see here maximum marks for the lab integrated, because our PPSC course is the maximum PPSC course is the lab integrated course. Now you are going to be expecting 350 marks for that, and maximum marks for the value added course and ability enhancement course, and some other courses are also there in the semester, that is 100, and minimum percentage of the marks for passing 40%. Okay, so when you take maximum marks for the lab integrated course is 350, so 40% of 350 that you need to acquire. Okay, that is a minimum percentage of the marks actually for grading P, that is pass. Alright, so in continuation to the previous slide, so these many components actually we will be testing each one of you. Assessment and evaluation component. So majorly here we are having the two important components. One is generic competency building activity assessment, that is GCBAA in short we can call, and then midterm technical competency assessment, MTTCA. So as part of this MTTCA, we are going to be conducting the examination like minor exam 1, which covers the CO1, that is unit 1. Okay, so whatever the question that you are going to be seeing in the paper minor exam 1, which are based upon the contents of the unit number 1, and the maximum marks we have given as 25, and this is the weightage 10%. 45 minutes of the time will be given to you to complete the examination of minor 1. And similarly, after completing that, as part of MTTCCA, we will be having MSc mid-semester examination. So the content you need to cover, that is CO1 and CO2, both the 2 units. The first 2 units is a syllabus for your mid-semester examination, and the maximum marks is 50 and the weightage is 20%. Actually we will be scaling down. Okay, and this is the duration of the exam, 90 minutes. And similarly for the minor exam 2, third unit we are going to be concentrating for you to write the minor exam 2. Maximum marks is 25 and 10% weightage we have taken from that, and then 45 minutes of the time. So if you get the 25 marks straight away, and you will be having the 10% of the weightage from the minor examination will be taken into consideration for the evaluation process at the end of the semester. And similarly for the mid-semester examination, if you have the maximum marks as 50, if any student score 50 out of 50, and the straight away 20% of the weightage we have taken from the mid-semester examination, and that will be considered for the evaluation process at the end of the semester. And coming to the ESC, so put together actually we'll be having the CIE 60% of the weightage. Okay, so as we have already mentioned here, GCBAA, so total 4 units, the maximum marks is 50 and the weightage 20%, and there is no examination we will be conducting. That also we can see in the next slide. What are the various subcategories of the subcomponent that we are going to be assessing each one of you as part of GCBWA. Straight away 20% of the weightage that we are going to be considered, and that will be considered for the evaluation at the end of the semester. So put together 20, 10, 20, 10 total weightage from the continuous internal evaluation 60%, and the remaining 40% is for end semester examination. This is ESTCA, end semester technical competency assessment, ESC, CO1 to CO4, all the content that we have covered as part of this semester. So maximum marks is 100, and we are taking only 40% of the weightage. Okay, when you have the 100 out of 100, we are taking the 40 marks straight away from that, and that will be considered for the evaluation. So this is what. So the total maximum marks for the theory is 250, as I already mentioned in the previous slide also. So 100% weightage that is accompanying here. Okay, so when we consider only the theory course, and this is the way how we are going to be doing the evaluation process. If the laboratory part is also there, and again for the laboratory we will be having the continuous internal evaluation 60% will be there, ESC with the 40%, and these are the distribution actually. We clearly mentioned the CO5 to CO8, which are only the psychomotor skill that you are acquiring from the laboratory experiments. Okay, and this is what. So put together actually we'll be having the for our lab integrated course 350 marks is the maximum. Right, so as part of GCBWA, as we have given the table in the previous slide, as part of GCBWA, total 20% of the weightage will be considered for evaluation at the end of the semester. So these are the various components actually we are testing each one of you. Single source notebook and attendance to the course project. So you can take any of this, but maximum marks is 50 only. Either you can take this 3 or you can take the last one also. Straight away you will be getting the 50 marks. Now this is the evaluation actually, the way how we are doing the laboratory experimentations. So as part of the laboratory component, and this is the way actually we are going to be doing the evaluation process. So performance based assessment, for example, these many experimentation that you are going to be doing in the semester, experiment number 1 to experiment number 10, 40 marks, and this is the example I have given. If any student got the marks like this, and for regular session attended we will be giving 9, for instance. Regular session held 12, okay, held is 12, but the student has attended only 9, but marks awarded for that student is 15 out of 20. Okay, and final marks, this is the average actually we are going to be considering for all the 10 experimentations, and this 33 average plus this 15 out of 20 we are going to be adding, so 48 out of 60. So for continuous internal evaluation, total 60 marks, and for the end semester examination, and this is the way actually the write-up will be there, performing the experiment and the results, comprehensive viva hours, and total is 40. Put together 100 marks will be giving to each and every students, the way how they are going to be doing the experimentations in the laboratory. So this is what the way how we have already framed the table. Once you look into the table, you can easily understand the way how the each and every student should attend. These are the examples actually I have given in this. Okay, once you get into this, you can easily understand. Thank you for watching this video.